In a small town nestled between silver mountains and whispering rivers, lived a boy named Arin. Arin was quiet, not because he had nothing to say, but because he felt no one truly listened. His world was a silent one, a stark contrast to the vibrant landscapes he visited in his sleep. Every night he dreamt of a world where colors danced, stars whispered secrets, and voices rained down from the sky. But each morning, when he woke, all he had was the quiet hum of the world around him. Arin lived with his grandmother, Nana Mira. She was a woman whose hands knew the art of turning air into music, crafting delicate wind chimes that she sold in the town market. She would often tell him, with a twinkle in her eye, when the wind sings, "Child, it carries the voices of dreams." Arin loved her wind chimes. He was fascinated by the way they sparkled in the sun and sang with every gentle breeze. They were tangible pieces of magic. But lately, a shadow had fallen over their small home. Nana Mira had been coughing, a dry, persistent sound that echoed in the quiet rooms. Her hands, once so steady, now trembled as she worked. A weariness had settled deep in her eyes, a look that worried Arin more than he could say. He yearned to help, to lift the burden from her frail shoulders. But what could a dreamer do to fix real-world problems? How could his imaginary worlds pay for medicine or put food on the table? One night, Arin had the strangest dream of all. He found himself standing in a field of liquid gold, where the stars hung so close they felt like lanterns he could reach out and touch. A soft voice, like the rustling of leaves, surrounded him. Arin, it whispered, "Do not run from what your heart whispers. Listen, your dream is calling." He turned, and there it was, a glowing bird, its feathers woven from pure light. It didn't just chirp, it sang words. Each sound it uttered painted the air with vibrant splashes of color. "Your dreams are alive," the bird sang, its voice resonating deep within him. "They are waiting for you to believe." When Arin woke, the echo of the bird's song still thrummed in his chest. He felt a pull, an urgency he couldn't explain. He ran outside into the pre-dawn chill, and for a fleeting magical moment, he thought he saw a single glowing feather drift down from the sky. It landed in his open palm, shimmering with an otherworldly light before fading into nothingness. But it left a lingering warmth, a tiny spark of conviction, right in the center of his hand. That morning, he went to the market with Nana Mira, the feeling of the feather still fresh in his mind, but the market was unusually quiet. Fewer people milled about the stalls, their faces drawn and hurried. The cheerful chatter was gone, replaced by a somber quiet. Their wind chimes, usually so popular, hung silently unsold. Nana Mira let out a heavy sigh, her shoulders slumping. "Maybe," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "People no longer believe in the songs of the wind." Her words struck Arin, but instead of despair, he felt a flicker of defiance. He thought about his dream, about the glowing bird and its message. *, maybe dreams could speak through the things we create. An idea began to form, a melody taking shape in his mind. He set off, his steps purposeful, gathering treasures from the riverbank, fragments of sea-smoothed glass, pearlescent shells, and smooth-colored stones that held the river's secret. Back at their stall, he began to work. He strung the pieces together carefully, his fingers moving with a newfound confidence. As he worked, he hummed the tune the glowing bird had sung in his dream, pouring its essence into his creation. When he finished, he held up a chime that shimmered like a captured rainbow. It was different from Nana Mira's traditional chimes. It was wilder, more vibrant. He hung it on their shop stand and whispered to it, a secret pact between him and his dream. If dreams can speak, let them sing through this. And then, that afternoon, something magical happened. A little girl, holding her mother's hand, stopped dead in her tracks in front of their stall. Her eyes went wide, fixed on the new, colorful wind chime. "Mummy, it's singing!" she exclaimed, though the air was perfectly still. Her mother, intrigued by her daughter's delight, smiled and bought it without a moment's hesitation. Word spread through the town like a gentle breeze. People began to say that the quiet boy's wind chimes did more than just tinkle in the wind. They sang, and sometimes, if you listened closely, they whispered the very things your heart needed to hear. Words like asterisk, hope, asterisk, 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 asterisk forgive, asterisk, and asterisk believe, asterisk. In just a few weeks, Arin's small corner of the market became the most visited stall, a beacon of light and sound. The quiet hum of the market was replaced by the melodic chorus of dozens of dream chimes. Nana Mira's smile returned, brighter and more radiant than ever. The tired look in her eyes was replaced by a deep, glowing pride. One evening as the sun set, she called Arin to her side. She took his hands in hers, her touch now steady and warm. "My dear boy," she said softly, her voice filled with emotion, "you listened when no one else did. You heard your dreams, and now the whole world hears them too." She held his hand a little tighter. "Promise me, Arin, when your dreams start to speak again, you will never, ever silence them." Arin nodded, tears blurring the image of his grandmother's loving face. That night, he dreamt once more of the glowing bird. It circled above him, a radiant comet in his dream sky. It sang its colorful song, and its final words were a gift. "Dreams do not die when you wake, they live through what you create." When Arin awoke the next morning, the sound of the wind outside his window carried a familiar, beautiful tune. He smiled, looking out towards the mountains as the morning sun painted the sky in shades of gold and rose. Just like in his dreams. He whispered to the morning air, "Thank you for speaking. I will keep listening." Years later, people traveled from all over the world to visit the town of singing wind chimes. They said each chime held a message, a tiny, captured voice from a dream, waiting to be heard. And at the heart of it all stood a man with gentle eyes and a calm, knowing smile. It was Arin, the boy who once thought no one listened. He now knew the profound truth. When dreams start to speak, the whole world begins to listen. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more tales that touch the heart. Until next time, keep listening to your dreams.